right, so it is 11 a.m. and we are just rolling out of Bob's People's hostel at Kincora. So really just incredibly generous of him to offer this place for, a suggested donation of $5. We got laundry, 2 shuttles to and from town, a place to sleep, showers, and the laundry came with like detergent and dryer sheets and everything. He really is a legend, and it's so generous of him to offer everything that he does.
He's a trail maintainer too.
Yeah, he maintains this section of trail, and it has been a very well done portion of the trail. So we're getting a super late start, especially considering we have to do 17 miles today because there's in about 9 miles from here there's a section that's closed because of an aggressive bear, and not just like an aggressive bear that came through once, like an aggressive bear where they used to have a shelter there. It was bothering people, so they closed it for 2 years and then reopened it, and shortly after had to reclose it because the aggressive bear was back. So we have to get past there because we're not going to do just 9 miles. And unfortunately there's nowhere else to camp or stay until 17 miles. So this might be our first night hike day, and guys, I'm nervous. I did not want a night hike. It was kind of my goal to never night hike. So we'll see. So I thought I missed a turn, but no, there's the blaze. We're going around the cliff. This is so cool. Finally crossing over Laurel Forks. I think we do this a couple times, but this is quite an impressive bridge. Quite impressive. Crossing one more time. Look what I just almost walked right over. Look at this little dude. I literally almost didn't even see him. He just like moved a little bit as I started walking right over him. Wow. Leave that poor ant alone. It's gonna bite you.
Pretty big ant.
Duh. Stressing me out over here.
I'm the ant whisperer.
Don't even. There was supposed to be a lot of rhododendron blooms on Roan Highlands, but this year, I guess because of a late cold snap, there wasn't much of a bloom. But there are plenty through here. Look at this. There's so many. There's one right there. There's some up there. A lot of the ones here are white, which is really cool. I always thought rhododendron were kind of like pink flowers, but the ones through here by Watauga Lake are white. So cool. Glad I get to at least see some, because they are kind of pretty. It's quite impressive. Woohoo!
Why are you telling us to stop? She's like, don't be in the picture, jerk. I guess I don't really know what she wanted. Maybe she wanted us walking down here. Oh. End of Watauga Lake. I know Jess is at a concert right now, so I can't send you her picture.
So we thought we were getting lake views, but we get tunnels and mud.
Like stuff like that.
So we just finished a climb from hell. Went on forever. We're about 1 mile away from a water source, so we're gonna try to get there before it's completely dark so we can get water and cook. And then from there it's like 1.5 miles-ish to the shelter. So we're almost there. Cooking in the dark before we continue on to the campsite. Can't
Just
see
type 2
anything.
fun.
Type 2 fun. Yep.
What?
You know what type 2 fun
You
is?
never heard
No.
of that? Oh.
It's fun that you realize is fun when you tell the story later.
Yep.
Oh, I think a moth just flew into my.
Whoa.
Oh, and I can't tell. Oh, whatever.
Making a little mop and cheese.
It's gonna be so like dusty.
Dusty.
Oh, that was a little crunchy. I think.
Ew!
Really, yeah. That was yum.
We've been drinking crawdad water. This poor thing's probably so confused by all this light. That's so exciting. All right, so we are night hiking for the first time. It is now completely dark outside. I am trying so hard not to freak out, but I am pretty scared. But Baker and Cowboy have agreed that I can walk between them. Sorry. I can walk between them, which will hopefully help me feel a little better. But yeah, I feel bad for anyone if they're at the shelter because we're about to roll in pretty late.
So weird.
Yeah. I have a friend at the company I used to work at. He has this like really hilarious classification for what a sport is. And in his definition, like almost nothing that most people would call a sport actually qualifies as a sport. And he like designates a lot of activities as survival activities. Like swimming is not a sport. He says no, that's a survival activity. Or running. And then some of them are like, what is it called? Golf. It's like a game. It has like another classification. Like, maybe
Oh.
this is not a sport. I guess.
It's a skill.
Skill. That's it.
Good morning, Batuga Lake. Couldn't get a film of it last night, but when we rolled in, you could see all the lights along the lake. And there was a little town on a mountain up there too. It was so pretty. Not sure that I would choose to do night hiking again, but it wasn't the end of the world. This is how I love starting my days. Surrounded by thick, thorny ass plants. It is so unbelievably foggy. It's crazy. I would like to send a heartfelt thank you to whoever weed whacked this section. Been in a bit of a mood today. This is a nice break from all the plants and the unexpected climbs. We made it!
Whew.
Woohoo!
3 states done.
Out of how many?
14 or something.
Oof. It's like nothing.
The next one's gonna take like 500 miles or something like that.
Eeh.
So. Ooh. But it feels good to be done.
So, I haven't done a lot of recording because we realized, well, the day after we hiked out of Kinkora, I had the charging pack in my backpack pocket, like right here. And I don't know what I did or what happened, but it's broken and it wasn't charging again after that. So I had 50% battery on my phone, and Baker's was mostly full at that point, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're trying not to use our phone, so I didn't do a lot of recording. But that night going out of Kinkora, we did do our 17.3?
Something like that.
Our 17 and some change miles. We came into camp at like 11 p.m. First time ever night hiking, which I didn't like, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And
It's
it
fun.
did have one good benefit. When we got to the shelter that we were going to that night, which was Vandervan something shelter above Lake Watauga, we could see all the lights from like the boat docks and the marinas and like the towns around there. And it was really pretty. And it was also really fortunate because in the morning it rained and it was cloudy, so you couldn't really see much of anything. So that was
Yeah. It was
kind of
really,
a nice reward.
It was really cool.
It was
Came in.
really cool. We did, however, that night set up our tent in what ended up being a puddle, it didn't even rain that hard in the morning or for that long, but it became like a 2-inch deep puddle that we were floating on.
It was like the bottom of our tent was like a water bed.
Literally. So that was funny, because, and literally, like, if we'd set our tent up like 10 feet to the side, it would have been totally fine, no puddle at all. But yeah, so then that morning, leaving there, I had a bit of a rough day the next day. I just wasn't, you know, I was in an okay mood when we woke up, but when we first started hiking, I got in a bad mood, and I just stayed in a bad mood, and we were kind of stuck hiking with some people I wasn't that fond of, and it was a bit rough, but I woke up this morning, I was feeling much better about yesterday, because I'm in the 20-mile club now, did 20.2 yesterday.
Yep.
We camped at like a random site near a spring. We were gonna try to go 22 to a shelter, but it was starting to get dusky, and we were like, been some bear problems in the area, so we're like, we have to hang our bear bag, so like, let's stop while it's still early enough out to attempt to hang our bear bag, which didn't end up working because of a whole series of unfortunate events. So we hung it, but it was a sad hang.
It was a little low.
It was pretty low. But luckily nothing happened to our food last night, thank goodness. We made it to Damascus today, and we got a pizza buffet, which was so awesome. We ate the most ridiculous, we ate like so much. So we have marked 8 plates at this pizza buffet.
Sorry, pizza buffet employees. We came in like with only 12 minutes left in the buffet hour, but they still made like 3 more pizzas for us.
Yeah,
So.
it was so nice. And then they left it open for another, like, they finally like closed down and cleared out the food at like 2:40, and the buffet was supposed to be done at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that was really nice of them to give us all that time.
Yeah.
And then we got resupply at the Food Lion, and now we're heading back to the trail to get our day
We have a new
wrapped
battery
up.
pack.
Yeah, well, we had to get a new battery pack, yeah. So we had a 10,000 milliamp one. We're going with a 4,000 this time, because honestly, both of us still had charge on our phone when we made it here. And that was with like basically 2 full days of hiking with no battery. So chances are the 4,000 is actually enough, but we're still gonna contact the company from the other battery pack and see if it's covered under warranty, because it didn't get wet or anything, and I didn't like smack it on the ground. I just had it in a pocket, so I don't know why that happened. So, but we'll see what happens with that.
Now we're leaving town.
Yep, we're gonna go like 1 mile to the next, like at a campsite, and just hang out.
Carrying,
Oh my
like,
god, yeah.
fried chicken, chicken poppers, a salad, and a bunch of fruit.
An orange, 4 apricots, an apple, and a plum.
Yep.
Yeah, we're so extra.
So
We don't even care anymore.
good feast tonight.
Yeah. Bye, Damascus. All right, Baker, here we go. Home sweet home. Space for 1 tent. Right past the road.
Made it.
Done. Just kidding. We have like another mile to go. Our actual home sweet home. Hopefully there's a tree that's a little bit more amenable to a bear bag than there was last time. Oh yeah, that one will work. Baker had a heck of a time putting our bear bag up at the last campsite. We had a rough night, so we're gonna do it early. We're gonna hope that it goes better.
Too short.
No?
Kind of on the slippery area.
Oh. We got it! Woohoo! So the craziest thing just happened. We just heard a tree. Sounded like it was like just over this hill fall over. There's no wind at all right now, no weather or anything to knock a tree over. And it reminded us to look up from our campsite, and that tree right there, that one, is dead. So we're trying to decide if we need to move. There's a little tree between us and the dead tree, and there's these trees that maybe could catch the tree. There's like a fork in the tree right there. Trying to decide if it's a game worth playing, because we're not like under it, but I don't know.
Why?